Welcome back, everybody, to the Now Morning Show here on TTT. Remember, we are live on Talk City 91.1 FM and on Facebook at TTT Live Online. We are in the rainy season and we all need to be prepared. What can we do? What has the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development been doing to prepare us and to make sure we have all of the necessary resources? I have with me Mr. Keith Holman, Director of Emergency Management, and also Mr. Jeffrey David, who is the Senior Disaster Management Coordinator. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Mr. David, I want to start with you this morning to tell me what is happening with the Ministry of Rural Development.
Okay, the Ministry of Rural Development, we are embarking on a project to improve the coordination when emergencies and disasters occur. It means that we must find a way to efficiently manage disasters so that the communities can be returned to its state of completeness in the shortest possible time. An incident management system that is world-class and it is best practice worldwide. This is what we have engaged Pods Marketing Mix with, and Mr. Holman and his company, they are here in Trinidad and Tobago, and they would be at the Ministry of Rural Development over the next month or so, training the staff at the ministry to better learn, manage disasters, and make Trinidad a better place.
Mr. Holman, you mentioned this word effective. You need to be able to be effective in managing a disaster. What are you teaching the employees?
Well, teaching the what's called the ICS class, which is the Incident Command System. It was developed back in the early 70s by our Division of Forestry in the U.S., basically because of failures that they had. They had a lot of injuries. They weren't putting the fires out. So they brought in some experts to sit around and come up with a system. And the bottom line on the system is that it makes for a much more effective, efficient response to incidences. It protects the rescuer. Above all else, it's very safe, and it's very effective. So it's just a good way to go. Since then, obviously, it's gone through evolutions. It started off, as I said, just with forestry, with wildfires. Now it's used worldwide for everything, including planning weddings. So you can use it not only for incidences, but it can be used for other traditional type events, even carnival.
What does the training itself entail?
Well, the training itself entails the idea that you want to work with a system that's expandable from the bottom up. You want to keep it as small as possible, but you also have the ability to expand it out. You want to make certain that you limit the span of control under any one manager. And by doing so, what you do is you ensure the safety of those responders. Because if I'm only dealing with 5 people, much less likely that they're going to be injured than if I'm dealing with 50 people, because I can't watch everybody. We work with the idea of the standard terminology. So the terms are the same or similar. What that's used for is that if I've got to bring in folks from some other nation, then they'll be able to easily be integrated into the operation.
Yeah, so it's like a general set of knowledge that you're teaching these people. How many people are being trained from the ministry?
We are training about 35 persons. 35
Would you
persons.
say that would be enough if there is a disaster?
No, but this is just at the ministry, we are establishing an emergency operations center so that the 35 persons are persons who are going to be at the EOC, at the Emergency Operations Center, managing the coordination of what is happening outside.
How were these people selected?
Well, we have IT people, engineering people. We have even included the permanent secretary. We have included people from GA, what we call general administration. From throughout every section of the ministry, we have people there. We are going to be, remember, there are 14 municipalities. And the Ministry of Rural Development and Local Government, we are coordinating the 14 municipalities as we respond to any particular incident on the ground. So it means that we are training people so that they become efficient, they know the system. As Keith said, one common terminology. We are talking about how do we deal with resources, persons. So this is important so that things will go in an efficient way, and you wouldn't complain too much and about services not being brought back as quickly as you would like.
Yeah, people do that. Mr. Harmon, have you been able to look at what Trinidad and Tobago already has?
Oh yeah, yeah. This isn't my first trip to Trinidad. I've been coming for the last 6 years. Love your food. So I've come quite a bit with Stacy Piazzori, who's the executive director of PODS, working with Colonel Dave Williams, and we've done many classes. So yeah, I've worked in a lot of the different governments as well as private side in Point Lisas.
So you've seen where we can improve. What would you say are some of our strengths?
Oh, the strength is the commitment to make an improvement. That's the whole of it.
And where do you see, yes, this program is one to improve, but where else can we go?
Well, and you know, this is true of everywhere. There's always room for improvement. There's always things we can change, but the biggest part is we continue to go forward. We continue to increase the numbers of people that receive the classes, and there's many classes.
And there's many classes. Mr. David, I want to get the final comments from you.
Okay, this program we're embarking on is important for many reasons. It's important because what we're doing is trying to integrate a combination of facilities, equipment, personnel, procedures, and communications. And we want to be able to operate with one organizational structure. And this will make for the management of not only small emergencies, but big incidents, and even when we get into the stage where it's a disaster. So we are happy to have engaged PODS Marketing, and we are looking forward to seeing an improvement all around in disaster and emergency management in the country.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Keith Hellman, Director of Emergency Management, Cherry David, Senior Disaster Management Coordinator, for coming in and talking to us about the work that is being done by the Ministry of Local Government.